Well, good afternoon from Two Happy Children Farm. I'm out in the field looking at my field pea cover crop, and this video is about the field pea cover crop progress and some changes I've noticed after going to no-till for 7 years. First of all, to the change part, this field just seems to be able to absorb the water and not make mud pits like it used to. I'm standing at the south end of the field, which typically used to be a mud bog when I first started farming it. And since I've gone to no-till, it's just been getting drier and drier every year. Off in the distance, there's a telephone pole there where I've gotten the tractor stuck a few times. And it's because the field all drained to that one spot. And I think what's happening now with no-till is the soil is absorbing the water instead of letting it drain to that one spot. So it doesn't have as much water by the time it gets there, and it's all absorbed back here in the crop area. This field got 2 inches of rain about 4 days ago, and another nice thing about no-till is I'm out walking on the residue, and you pull it back and it's nice and muddy under there. We're running about 70 degrees during the day and 45 at night, so it's really good weather right now. We can go over to the neighboring field, which has been disked twice since harvest, and has a real problem with the weed control. But in the spots that are soft, it's really soft and really wet. So you can see this area. All the tractors are out of the field right now because it's too wet to go. But anyways, that's one thing I've noticed, is that this seems like it's pulling the water into the soil better. And then on this cover crop thing, this is a headland, and I planted the field peas because they have a taproot, and I wanted them to push down into the dirt and try to mellow out this headland. I did it on this end only because I had a feeling it would be hard to get the seed placement because it is compacted down here. So I just wanted to experiment on one of my headlands. But I'm happy with the emergence. It seems like the pea will just delay its growth until it gets water or gets the conditions it likes. So in this part of the field we still have open rows, and we're just starting to see some blooms here and there. In the main field, you can see this big difference, all planted on the same day, and this would be probably because it's a lot less compacted. So we have a lot better growth. These emerged, I think, a little earlier because they had moisture when I planted them. And if I can pull one up here, they're about waist high in spots. So that's my field peas out in the main field. I think we have another month until we get a killing freeze. So these guys are blasting off. This was a plant right after the planter, or right after harvest, which put us at 3rd week of August this year, and went through our driest season. And they just hunkered down and waited for some rain at the end of September. So I'm impressed with this durability of this crop. It can handle some stress and then still get going. I still haven't decided yet if I'd plant it right after the harvest or if I'd plant it in October, just because I'm not sure how the weed control is going to be in the other part of the field. What I really want to do is plant this into a clean field and then not have to come back and retreat it until probably at least October. That'd be for volunteer corn. But I don't want to have to retreat it for broadleafs. So that's the big if right now, is will I get a bunch of winter broadleafs that I should have had a pre-emerge down, or am I going to be safe because this has a shading and and a mat effect that's going to keep the weeds out. So that's an update. This row here is hunkering down on some old corn stubble, so it's fully up and mid-thigh. So thanks for watching. We're still learning how to do the field peas in Central Texas, and we'll see how they go.